Hello? Stebby. Stebby. You there? What's going on, man? Stebby. Come on, man. Quit playing.
Matthew, it's time.
You blow my mind. I don't know if you know yet. I've tried some time, and I'm dying to tell you. You blow my mind. I don't know if you know yet. I've realized, and I'm dying to tell you. You blow my mind.
What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back for another year of FBA TV. I'm here with Coach Steffi, head owner, CEO, founding father of the best showcase organization in the greater Florida area. Coach, go into a little bit of our recent tryouts that we just had and kind of tell everybody a little bit what's going on and some expectations we have coming up for the summer season.
The tryouts went great. Found a few new guys that I'm really excited about, and as we get all the administrative stuff moving through this spring, I'm looking forward to a very successful summer season. It was eye-opening to see some of the kids' development that we've had, since they were 14, 15 years old, and now what they've become. And it's fun looking up to somebody as opposed to down. Our expectations this summer are the same as every summer, trying to get a 100% signee rate. Keep working towards that, and I think the expectation is always going to be that until it happens, and then we'll try to get 110%, I think.
So kind of going forward, you were talking a little bit earlier about a tryout you went to a couple weekends ago, younger age group, but you're telling me an interesting story just kind of about between the parents, the coaches, those kind of things. Tell me a little bit about how the trial went and kind of what you were talking about earlier.
Well, first let's say the expectations for older showcase balls should be very, very different than, say, a young kids travel ball organization. When I say young kids, I mean all the way up to 14 years old. Once you start hitting the high school level, the expectations should definitely change from a parental standpoint and a player standpoint. Just to use as an example, if you're playing showcase ball, you should be looking forward to trying to play at a college level, whether it be 15U or 16U. You're pushing towards that level. And your expectations should change appropriately, meaning that you should be realistic in your expectations and your abilities and your academics. And every reason that you go to a tournament is to showcase your abilities, as opposed to at a younger level, many times it's more about the team and winning a tournament or winning a ring or something along those lines. But I did go to a tryout for a younger group that is down in St. Johns County, just to watch. I was asked to go out just to see if I could help or anything like that. But what I realized, expectations parents have do not match the expectations of a coach. Where a coach wants to win at all costs and he wants everybody to be successful, a parent wants their kid, especially at this age group, which was 8 through 11U, I believe, is their kid to have fun.
Yay!
And their expectation is for their kid to keep developing, but to have fun. So first it would be fun, second would be the development at that level for a parent, whereas a coach is going, we got to win, we got to play in these tournaments, we're going to be successful. And unless they can figure out if their expectations are ever going to meet up, then you're going to have a lot of issues, especially at those younger levels, with people bouncing around, coaches getting a bad rap for what their expectations are as opposed to what their parents' expectations are. I think that youth travel ball in general is in a lot of trouble based off of that scenario, and I wish, for the sake of baseball, that the rec leagues would start making a comeback, because I think that there are way too many little travel ball organizations and the expectations of parents and players and coaches are just not matching up right now.
As a player, what kind of expectations should you set for yourself to be realistic, but also competitive enough to where you're still striving for that next level? And then as a coach, it's for us and our players, how do you go about setting expectations to where it's not too optimistic for the kids, but it's also realistic and achievable at the same time?
Well, I would say from a youth level, a young youth level where these travel organizations are starting earlier and earlier, it's just more about making sure that the kids are having fun and picking up some basic tools along the way, because the pure athletes are the ones that are going to keep moving forward at that level. From a parent aspect on there, I have a young kid. If he's having fun doing something, I'm like, yep, that's what we're doing. We're gonna have a good time, and if he stops having fun, then we're gonna either try something else or we're gonna stop doing it altogether. So from a parent aspect, the fun factor has always been the biggest thing for those young kids. The athletes are always gonna move forward. So from a parent aspect, if your kid's running around all the time and doing athletic things outside along with playing baseball or what other sport they're doing at that moment, then they have a good chance. If they're starting at an 8 or 9 or 10 U even level and playing baseball 12 months a year, 11 months a year, and their bodies are breaking down, well, that's not fun for anybody. And I can guarantee you this, the kid may love to play baseball. Nobody loves to play baseball 11 months a year. You may like to train 11 months a year, but nobody likes to play baseball 11 months a year, especially as a 10-year-old. So with that being said, like I said before, I would love to see the rec leagues to start to make a comeback, especially for the spring season at a younger level, and introducing kids to what a summer actually looked like when I was a kid.
So ideally, what would be the right, if you had to make like a general schedule, like how many months of the year would you be playing baseball? How many months would you be taking off? What does that look like to you?
I would say anything under a 12-year-old, 12U and under, I would say 6 months a year easily off from playing games would be a good starting point to jump off from. You can always add or subtract depending, but with that being said, you only get one body, one shoulder, one elbow, one knee, 2 knees. That was a dumb thing to say, but my point is that your joints are only going to last so long. So when we use them continuously over and over again, and you can ask Coach Matty over here about that, why use them when it doesn't truly matter yet, when you can develop and develop and develop and keep your joints?
Yeah, especially with getting into physical therapy. I've seen some young kids come across my schedule with elbow, shoulder issues, and they're not even hitting puberty yet. And it's interesting to hear how often they're playing baseball. And again, with how ramped up everybody's making youth baseball, where they have to play every day, every week, every weekend, all these different things. When it's like, I do feel like you either are or you aren't. And if you aren't able to play baseball at the next level, well, you better have the work ethic or the will to make yourself get there. All right, everybody, if you stuck around for it this long, thank you so much for watching the video. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about youth baseball in your area. And we also have a special guest coming back into the mix, one of the coaches, and actually we have 2 new coaches really that'll be introduced in the channel. One with the younger guys and then one with the older guys. You've probably seen his name or heard his name if we've talked about it in the past. But until next time, have a good rest of your week and have a good new year. 2022, baby. Here we go.